Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. In this lecture, I will explain the basic terminologies used in protection groups for the organic compound synthesis. First, what is protection and what are protecting groups? Basically, when our organic compound are multifunctional in nature, and we know that one functional group will react and other will not react with our required reagent. So for that purpose we want to create selectivity of at one reactive site. So in this way we protect this group by using protection, and this protection is basically temporarily blocked at reactive sites. And for that purpose, the group which we used for that protection, that is called protecting group, which temporarily block a reactive site by transferring into new functional group that will not interfere in the desired chemical reaction. That is called protecting groups. This is a general example of protecting groups. Here, this is our organic compound containing two functional groups which are represented by A and B. And without protecting, we want to change C, A into C. But if we do not protect this group, then normal reagent will react both with A and B. So by alternating the path, the above conversion is possible by using protection and deprotection. Here A and B, first we will do protecting steps, which we will protect B, and PG is called a protecting groups. And after no protection, the desired reaction will only happen at position A, and after desired reaction we convert A into C. When our reaction is complete, then we will do deprotection steps, and then again protection group is removed and original group is introduced. So in this way we can produce our required organic compound. So why protection and deprotection is necessary? These are some silent feature of that. It helps us to control the selectivity of the reaction. The main purpose of the protection is to block the reactive site of acid group. The protection converts the highly reactive functional group into least reactive functional group. The protection masks the reactive functional group only. The main target of the deprotection is to regenerate that functional group which we want in our product. So these are the main silent feature why we need protection. And there are two types of protecting group: permanent protecting groups and temporary protecting groups. In permanent protecting groups, we apply if we have several steps in our reaction, because permanent protecting groups, these groups can survive for many steps. But if our product is formed in one or two steps, then we introduce temporary protecting group. They can be inserted and removed easily. Have very low reactivity towards most reagent, because several steps required and we have to add different reagent, so they have very less reactivity towards most of the reagent. Generally have less leaving character, hence strong base as compared to temporary. Used only for specific synthesis. For example, thioketal and cyclic thioketal are permanent protecting group used for aldehyde and ketone. And for temporary protecting groups, large size in nature and hence weak base. Most commonly used in protecting groups, and the temporary protecting group which are used for carbonyl, ketal and cyclic ketal. They are easily removed and easily attached because they are weak in nature and have large in size. So when a reagent have high chemoselectivity, then we use temporary protecting group. Mean our reagent are only reactive with one group. So we can use temporary protecting group. But when our reagent have less chemoselectivity, mean they can react with more than one functional group. So then we have to use permanent protecting group. Protecting group also control the orientation. Here we have methyl benzene and we want to get only ortho nitro methyl benzene, not toluene. How we can get? We can get by protecting this group. So in terms of stereochemistry, we can get only R or S isomer, ortho-nitrotoluene. Here we have toluene. When we will proceed general reaction, nitric acid in the presence of sulfuric acid, then we will get 55% ortho product and 45% para product. But if we protect its para position by using sulfur trioxide in the presence of sulfuric acid, then sulfonation takes place at only para position, and after that the desired concentrated nitric acid and sulfuric acid will react only at ortho position to form ortho nitro group, and then we will get deprotection in the acidic medium. Then this sulfonic group will be removed and we will get 100% ortho product by using protecting chemistry. Here we will change the stereochemistry of a given amino acid. This is S-serine amino acid and we will change into R-serine. First we will protect amino group by using amino group protection. This amino group will be first protected and after that we will treat it with diazomethane. Diazomethane is the protecting group used for carboxylic acid, and this carboxylic acid is changed into ester. And after we will use oxidation, which convert this alcohol into carboxylic group, and then lithium borohydrate, which will convert this ester again into alcohol. Now deprotection of this amino group take place in the presence of hydrogen, platinum and charcoal. This amino group will be introduced and we will get S-serine into R-serine. So by using protecting chemistry, we will change the stereochemistry of the molecule. What are the qualities needed for a protecting groups? The protecting group should be easily and efficiently introduced in our required group. It should be cheap and readily available because cost effectiveness required. The protecting group reagent must react selectively because we have different functional groups in our molecule, so our protecting group react with only one functional group. It should be stable to the widest possible range of the reaction condition. It should be easy to characterize and avoid such complication as the creation of new stereogenic center. Mean they not react with itself by creating a stereogenic center. Protecting group does not contain any new functionality. Mean they react with other molecule itself. It should be stable to chromatography for the separation and identification. It should be removed selectively and efficiently under highly specific condition. Mean easy to remove because we have to remove it from the molecule. There must be no effect on byproduct. It does not affect the byproduct or cause impurity. The byproduct of deprotonation should easily separate from the substance because separation is done for the purity and it does not cause any cause of impurity. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of the protecting group? This skill is a synthetic tool for the organic chemist to synthesize those molecules which are naturally less amount. This technique makes the reaction possible to occur. Many unnatural products can be obtained which are very expensive. We can prepare specific enantiomer by protection. Enantiomer are those compounds which are mirror images are not superimposable. So disadvantages: well-trained person is needed to use this technique. The person have strong organic chemist background which are required. Simple person or layman do not use this protecting group chemistry. Due to extra step, this is time consuming. In some reaction, usually low yield is obtained by this technique. Thank you very much.